Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here again. So, we all love football, right? It's nice, it's family fun for everybody to watch, play, tailgate, or whatever else you want to do. But the players, they don't really have it so easy. You see flags thrown left and right for every little minute detail. And don't forget about the coaches too. They have to be careful to stay within their limits and not go against any of the league's guidelines. All of that stuff, so why don't we talk about it? Today on Any Sport, we're going to go over 10 different things that are banned in the NFL, whether for coaches, fans, or players. Let's jump right into it. Oh wait, before I do, don't forget to smash that like button on this video, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Alright, now without further ado, let's get started. At number 10, videoing by teams. This one may seem pretty obvious, but in the past it's been broken, and the NFL handed down a hefty punishment for it. On September 9th, 2007, a game between the Patriots and the Jets, from the field, Patriots staff taped the signals of the Jets defensive coordinators in order to get an edge on them during the game. Obviously, they got caught, and the NFL didn't take kindly to it, enough to put it in an article about the roughest punishments they've given teams. Yikes. The team was fined $250,000, Coach Bill Belichick was fined $500,000, and the team had to forfeit their 2008 first-round draft pick. Not a good day for the Patriots, or the Jets, but most of the Patriots. At number 9, gambling on games by players. Paul Hornung, known as the face of the Lombardi-led Green Bay Packers during his years with the team in 1960, was caught gambling and ruined his reputation as a member of the team. It's rough seeing things like this happen to players who are otherwise spotless, but stuff like this can't go unpunished. Betting upwards of $500 on games, which is about $5,000 in today's money, yeah, that's rough. That netted Hornung a suspension for the entire 1963 season, along with a few other guys who did the same thing, including one All-Pro from the Detroit Lions. We're not sure why they did this or if it was worth it, but hopefully they got their money's worth, because otherwise it wasn't going to pay off. At number 9, flagrant hits. Well, duh, they're not allowed, but the punishment is serious. Usually these hits would give you some kind of a fine, but now they're likely to hit you with a suspension if you hit someone in a way that the refs deem is unnecessary or wrong. The work of a defensive player is very hard, but now it gets even harder because you have to be. It really is that easy. At number 7, tinted visors. One of the coolest looking things that a player can wear now is banned, unless of course you have some kind of medical condition that requires it. With the rule going into effect in 1998, the league realized that it can be dangerous or otherwise bad to be wearing a visor like this one during the night. But we're just kind of upset because we thought it looked awesome. A few players who rock these tinted visors in an awesome way: Ricky Williams, Kyler Murray, Odell Beckham, Oakley Prism. Seriously, why does it have to go away? Coming in at number 6, defender can't hit the quarterback below the knee. The NFL has decided to once again make the game easier for quarterbacks. There's plenty of controversy behind this rule, and there are good arguments from both sides, but the reality is that once again, it's football. Injuries on quarterbacks can't for defenders to take down the quarterback as it is, so why make it so punishable? Which side are you on? Let us know in the comment section down below, because we here at Any Sport are pretty darn conflicted on which side is right and which side is wrong. Man, football is controversial. At number 5, custom face masks. Here's another one where people looking cool is outlawed. There's not even a reason for this one as far as we can tell. But man, Roger Goodell put the kibosh on this back in 2013. People like Ray Lewis are the most famous for having custom face masks like this one, which make their uniforms look way cooler, especially in tandem with a cool tinted visor. Gosh, NFL, there's no need for you guys to be such sticklers about this stuff. At number 4, running backs using their heads to fend off defenders. Once again, this one is pretty self-explanatory, but it's also controversial. For example, Eric Dickerson, a Hall of Fame running back, had to say about this after the rule when it got its release in 2013. I think it's a bad rule, mostly because it's a natural reaction. You'll never be able to police it. Running backs have to be able to protect themselves, and doing that is protecting yourself. The league is trying to take the violence out of the NFL. That will never happen. What's next? Take the stiff arm away? And it wasn't just Dickerson who said that and who was upset about the rule. Plenty of running backs got angry about it and made it clear on Twitter. This one is more controversial than we thought at first, but everyone is basically saying that violence is no longer a part of the sport. But that's kind of the point of the sport. It's conflicting because safety is extremely important, but taking the point out of the game makes it less football and more of a sport that's just taken the place of real raw football. At number 3, illegal contact penalty. Although the illegal contact penalty was really added to the game in the 70s, it wasn't until the 2000s that they decided to make it a priority to enforce it. It was largely influenced by the play style used by the New England Patriots during that time period. During their games with the Colts back in the years before the change was instituted, New England's players would frequently stop Colts receivers with their hands to stop Peyton Manning from ever getting into a flow. He was so off during that 2004 AFC Championship game, cornerback Patriots Ty Law intercepted the passes of Manning 3 times. The league chose to help out the offense instead of the defense when they made this rule change. It's really getting ridiculous at this point. When are we finally going to help out the defense? For some reason, I've got a feeling it's not going to be in the lifetime of anyone watching this video. And that's pretty serious. At number 2, you can't have your jersey untucked on the field. Okay, I don't think I have to explain this one that hard, but it's still important because there is a certain amount of decorum that you have to have when you're on the field. Kind of funny that we're saying decorum considering the fact that it's a football game, but then again, it's got to be done. There needs to be uniformity between the players on the football field, so we get this one. Is it a little uptight? Yeah. Does it matter that much? Not really. But is it that much of a problem to tuck in your shirt? Also, a resounding no. And at number 1, touchdown celebrations are technically banned. Alright, well let's put it this way. If you act crazy when you do one of your celebrations, like jump on the goalpost or pretend to moon the fans, then you're going to get a penalty. Sometimes spiking the ball is frowned upon too, but really only if you're close to someone. Regardless, people have started calling the NFL No Fun League for a reason. I don't see the problem with doing the electric slide in the middle of a stadium with the rest of your team, but I guess I don't make the rules around here, which is a real shame because, to be honest, I'd probably get rid of at least half of the ones in this list right now. Well, that's going to do it for this list today, so thank you all so much for tuning in to today's video. But before you go ahead and leave some comments about these rules in the comment section down below. Do you guys think that the NFL is being a little too uptight about some of these recent rule changes? If so, then, what would you do if you were a commissioner? I know a lot of us would definitely have some different opinions about what we do with the NFL in our hands, but for the time being, none of us do except for Roger Goodell. So thanks again for tuning into today's video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you all in the next one.